wakichukua vijana watatu kutoka Elgeyo Marakwet na wawili hapa West Pokot waende Nairobi, mambo ya Raila itakwisha. Na I want to ask the president, deal with Raila family. Raila should be arrested.
So, dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a rally at West Pokot. And in this rally, I have noticed that literally all the Kenya Kwanza leaders there are talking about arrest Raila Amolo Odinga. Arrest Raila Amolo Odinga. I don't know whether I should remind these leaders that Moi tried it. He arrested Raila Amolo Odinga, detained him without trial. But what happened? Raila alikuwa free without even Moi knowing. Kibaki did not even try to. Uhuru never tried to. Leaders like CHERERGEI ni kama chungu. Chungu ni kitu ambao kinakuuma na kifinyo na kiua. Those are the kind of leaders we see in CHERERGEI. How could a leader like CHERERGEI say that RUTO should arrest Raila Amolo Odinga and deal with this issue of Raila phobia once and for all? RUTO is not that stupid. I want to remind CHERERGEI. I want to remind all those leaders, especially that leader from Muranga, I don't know his name, but he told Kindiki, usiweke hata polisi. Sisi tutajilinda wenyewe.
Sisi watu wa Muranga ndio tuko na biashara nyingi Nairobi. Kwa hivyo mwambie Kindiki hivi, hawa maaskari ambao anatuma apeleke sehemu nyingine. Huko kwetu chini tutaweza kulinda biashara zetu sisi wenyewe. Hatujabeba watoto. Hata ndugu yangu mmoja ako na hardware ameniambia tutatumia bunduki, tutafanya nini, lakini ameuza pliers zote zimekwisha.
You see, when I look at the attendance, the people who are in that rally, all of them, they look to me as political novices. There are people who don't understand wapi Kenya imetoka na wapi Kenya imeenda. That is why they are calling for arrest Raila Amolo Odinga. RUTO is not that stupid, cannot try, he can't even attempt to. He knows what will happen. Let me be honest with some of these leaders. If anybody, and Babu Owino said this, that the mere fact that you even thinking about it is already an offense. Babu Owino said, I remember in that video, he said Raila can call for a holiday and it will be a holiday. Of course, I don't want to remind people about what happened on 20th, because 28th was pronounced by Raila Amolo Odinga as a holiday. And indeed, if you look at the towns in Nairobi, look at the towns in Kitale, Bungoma, Kakamega, even Mombasa, the towns were deserted. That was indication that it was a holiday to some people. I remember last year during Madaraka Day, if I'm not wrong, there's a time during the celebrations, and RUTO had, I think it was Nyayo Stadium, if I'm not wrong. If it's not Nyayo Stadium, Uhuru Stadium there. But it was a holiday, but people had gone to work. The towns were seen to be very busy. So it was as if haikuwa ni holiday. But look at this 20th of March, what happened. That day was literally a holiday. So that's why I'm saying that hili swala zima la kusema kamata Raila, funga Raila cannot happen. If that was the plan, then RUTO would have waited for Monday so that Raila Amolo Odinga aende kwa hiyo maandamano ambayo inaitwa the mother of all maandamanos, alafu there ndiye amshike. Maybe if RUTO had such plans, maybe that is the time it would have happened. But mere fact that watu kama CHERERGEI anasema kwamba RUTO nendo kamshike Raila mfunge. Kimani Ichung'wah tried that narrative. Gachagua tried the narrative. Ndindi Nyoro tried that narrative. It didn't work. I think by now they know that Raila Amolo Odinga calls the shots here in Kenya. He does. Let's take a look at the election results. These election results were 50-50. I mean, that's according to what Chebukati gave us. They were 50-50. Though from the statistics that Raila Amolo Odinga released in that portal, the results were not 50-50. Raila Amolo Odinga had gotten around 8 million, while Ruto had gotten around 4-point-something million. That is according to the statistics that were in that Kenya results, that portal that Raila Amolo Odinga shared with us. So in that portal, Raila controlled more than half of the votes. Take a look at this. 14 million people voted. 8 million people did not vote. These 8 million people, from my understanding, some of them are those people who knew that Raila Amolo Odinga would win with or without their votes. And they form a very big percentage of the 8 million. Those are the people who did not vote. And I think even Ruto knows that that is one of the biggest headache that he has. The 8 million people who never voted. He knows that the 8 million people, the bigger chunk of that vote basket belongs to Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is the reason why he knows that he cannot face Raila Amolo Odinga head on, and because that will just give Raila Amolo Odinga more mileage, political mileage. Of course, right now, there is a lot of political mileage on Raila Amolo Odinga's side, because even the clergy have distanced themselves now from the Kenya Kwanza, because they decided to say, no, we can't go the route of Kenya Kwanza. The way the Kenya Kwanza says, like, for example, this issue of bipartisan talks, ati iende bungeni. No. The civil society, the churches, Kenyans, all of them want an all-inclusive bipartisan talk that is not conducted in parliament. Of course, the parliament has been captured. There is no way this bipartisan talk, bipartisan debate can be taken to parliament, and then when Wetangula ndio speaker, na Wetangula juzi alishasema kwamba Raila Amolo Odinga mpaka aseme kwamba Ruto ndio legitimate president, ndio hiyo mjadala iendelee. Ashasema, ashatangaza, na yeye ndio referee katika hiyo national in that parliament. How is it going to be? How is he going to balance? Balance. How is he going? I think that is just going to. We are going to experience a lot of favorism should Wetangula be the person in that. Be the person who is going to chair that committee. So that's why the clergy distance themselves, the civil society distance themselves, churches, the employers, and everybody are saying that this thing should be an all-inclusive. If we can have people like CHERERGEI, vitu ambavyo anasema ukisikiza ni vitu ambavyo vinafaa viongelewe na a failed leader, a leader who is not, after seeing the country go forward, a failed leader. If you look at what Kimani Ichung'wah talks about, when he talks about this bipartisan and the like, I'm not going to delve much about it, but the things that come from Kimani Ichung'wah's mouth zitakufukuza, hata inzi atakufa. That is the reality. So these leaders in West Pokot, I heard one say that we can even rent some bandits to Nairobi, take some of our NPR, National Police Service, to Nairobi, so that they can beat maandamano, they can deal with Raila Amolo Odinga. I don't know, but the last time I checked in West Pokot, citizens were crying and saying that afadhali wafanye maandamano. They did maandamano, in fact, peaceful maandamano. I remember sharing that video. They did a peaceful maandamano because they figured that the government was not protecting them. The government first was denying them food. The government again was not giving them enough protection, despite the fact that bandits walikuwa na wamaliza. So this politician talks about, we giving you bandits. So that means they know this kind of bandits. They know them. They know these bandits. That's why they're saying that they will give them the bandits. So this statement, I think if I'm Kithure Kindiki, I should just take this statement, apprehend this leader, and tell him to produce those bandits that he says he has them. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it by saying I'm pissed off when I listen to leaders like CHERERGEI talk about arrest Raila Amolo Odinga. Anajua kwamba hiyo ni kitu haiwezekani kwa hii nchi. Ruto cannot even attempt to do that. Japhet Koome tried to sell fear to Raila. Didn't work. Raila kept telling him that we will hold maandamano. You see, Kenya is not like Uganda, where Uganda, the opposition leader alipigwa akaekwa korokoroni, mara house arrest and everything. All those things were done. That was in Uganda. In Rwanda, Paul Kagame also frustrated the opposition that level. And in DRC also, we've seen similar kind of habits being employed there. This is not those countries. Kenya is not those countries. Kenya is a democratic place, and apart from it being a democratic country, Raila Amolo Odinga controls a very big number. So to an extent that should that move be done, Kenya imeisha. So that's why these leaders need to embrace peace, and they should know that their leader is William Ruto, and William Ruto has said ceasefire, and Raila Amolo Odinga agreed and said fine, ceasefire, okay, then let's do this. These leaders should allow that process to take place, because failure to which Raila Amolo Odinga promised wataregea kwa street. That is the sad reality, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share what your thoughts are below the comment section. And once again, I'd like to urge you, any visitor, any viewer who has not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to YOLENO TV. And don't forget to give us a like, because by giving us a like, you get our video to get shared to other places, to other people we've not been able to reach to. Once again, stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.